friends, Meteorologist Jim Caldwell here on Facebook and YouTube live at 11:31 here on Halloween. So happy Halloween to all of you out there. This forecast is a little on the cold side, and let me tell you, it could get a little spooky as we try to fly a few flakes around later on today. We'll dig in on that here in a second, but let's look at some of these numbers that we have out there right now. We've recovered since early this morning as we are breaking out into some low 40s, mid 40s in some cases out there. And then you also have some areas that are still holding on to 30s, like Danville and Mount Sterling and Frankfort, all in the upper 30s currently. We will continue warming, but not a lot of warmth. All right, let's talk about it. Let's dig in on all of this because there's plenty to watch. And you can see it on the big picture here. The colder air is winning the battle. I mean, you can see it just blasting in. You see all those little white lines that are animating and racing across your screen? That is the wind direction and showing you where the air is flowing from, and that is delivering that colder air. This system is also going to be a player in our forecast for later today. You've got clouds with it. You're going to have some wind with it, but you could also find a flake of snow or two with it. Let me show you what that looks like here with the future radar, and that will drop in as we progress through time. You'll see that moisture continue to increase. Now, it's not a tremendous amount. I mean, I'm not talking about getting wall-to-wall snow showers out there or anything significant, but you will have some flakes of snow flying later today and going into the early morning hours tomorrow. So trick-or-treat time might have a little bit of that flying through the air, and maybe even into the early morning hours tomorrow. So to kind of highlight it, the best chance, basically a little arc that goes back toward Louisville, curves once you get to 75, and on the eastern side of 75 and all of the eastern sections of 64, you're going to run into a chance of some flakes. Now, it's not going to snow the entire time, but this is the zone for the best chance. All right, let's look at your Halloween forecast in particular. I think for trick-or-treat time, we're at 41. At the kickoff to most of your trick-or-treat times. You get those chilly temperatures out there. Wind picks up as well. And by later, I think we get breezy and on the cold side, and you might run into a few flakes of snow at that point as well. There might even be some light rain mixing in. It's just cold enough for that. We go on into the 8 o'clock hour, and we're also looking at flakes at that point as well. So that's kind of what we're looking at for your Halloween. Temperatures are going to top out in the mid-40s today in most cases. You can see the progression of that cold air overnight. And I think we have a shot at mid-20s to start things off early tomorrow morning, with 40s again around on Wednesday. Now, you check your Thursday forecast. It looks a little bit better as we start breaking into the 50s. It's still cold by even this part of, at that point, November standards, but it's a trend that will continue. And we'll see those numbers. They'll keep lifting into your weekend. We get into this weekend. It's a big one because our clocks go back, so we get an extra long weekend out there for you as we set them back Saturday night going into Sunday morning. And again, weather looks a little bit better with those temperatures. I appreciate stopping by, giving me a few minutes of your time here on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be back on television for WKYT News at noon. That comes your way in about 25 minutes. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and again, happy Halloween.